Hi guys. What you see on the screen right now is the final Lone Star project. So because Lone Star College ends their semester sooner than the high school, this is the last major project grade that is going into the books. So I'm getting that finished ahead of time. There's going to be some shorter major grades and some daily exercises along the afterwards, a few, like one or two. And so I'm getting this done as soon as possible so that the grading process will be smooth and over, and we'll have time to get these posted for Lone Star. Having said that, the objectives for this project: you're going to be using past notes and exercises regarding the sonnets. So that'd be week 12 and week 13. You'll individually create a research-based paper on the following prompts down below, the discussion points down below. The main goals here: you will communicate that you understand the various forms of sonnets. You'll understand the history behind the formation of these poems. You'll be able to create new theories on the English sonneteers and the intentions of these poets, and you'll be able to apply a literary lens to the material. Overall, anything you do from this point forward in your college career, there will be a lens applied. So just keep that in mind. Overall, you'll be creating a 1,000 word document that's just short of 6 pages. So you'll be using evidence from articles, and you'll be using evidence from the poem itself. You will apply a lens, like I said before. You want to explain how the chosen sonneteer developed their themes and expectations for poetry. Now, as far as number 3 is concerned, you will be gathering evidence from JSTOR. On Monday, we'll talk more about that. We'll discuss that, and I'll show you some quick articles and the process for digging those out of the database. As always, you'll be following the academic expectations of a research paper. And the final product is due April 16th, so that's giving you 15 days from today. The discussion points that you can use, that you will use, you want to identify how the supplied poem, it's on page 2, you'll identify how the supplied poem meets the requirements to be labeled as a sonnet. You'll be able to identify what type of sonnet it is, and we've got 3 choices: English, Italian, or blank. And then you want to talk about tone. You want to talk about the octave-sestet relationship. You want to explain the volta. You want to explain the development of the beloved and the poet's speaker within the poem. What is different about the relationship that's being shown? Does it follow the standard Petrarchan conceits we discussed earlier? And finally, do you see a shift in the construction of modern day sonnets from the early versions that we discussed? Okay, so those are the 7 main points you're covering. The poem, like I said, is on page 2. So it's a modern day sonnet, as you can guess. It should be easily conceived and understood. If you have questions about that, hit me up with it. Ultimately, you are constructing a paper that will be discussing how a sonnet is constructed in the modern day and comparing it to any of the past sonnets that we've used in class. Majority of the paper will be discussing theme and the relationship between the beloved and the poet speaker. Okay. So just to point out one other last quick fact, I'm giving this to you on Thursday, the 1st of April. That'll give you 3 days to think about it, the approach you want to take. On Monday, we'll formalize the process, and I'll set up some short exercises for you to leave comments and observations and provide set up progress checkpoints of what you've been doing from Monday forward. Okay, so I know this is a holiday, and for some people it's a religious holiday, so just take it casually at your own pace. This would be a good time, these 3 days would be a good time to read the poem, make sure you understand it, and again, ask me any questions if necessary. So that's where we are. I hope you have a nice break. As I've been saying all along, be safe out there, and we'll talk soon.